Hello and good evening, or good afternoon, or good morning, or whatever time it is where you are. Happy Wednesday. It is Wednesday, so I am going to continue the squigs today, and I'm going to have a think about how to continue them. I'll probably work on some teeth, I reckon. And we'll have to move this because that's text. I'm wondering if I need to zoom in more. Probably. There, that's better. Right, let's start with some teeth, and then we'll see where that takes us. I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 squigs to paint, and 2 of the little gobbos to go with it. So have a little play with those. Oh, thank you for the resub, Alex. How are you today? I hope you are having a lovely day. It is Wednesday, my guys, my dudes. How's your week going? You pretty good today? You got yourself a set of black talons. What are black talons? I feel like I know this word. Oh, nice. That's cool. I did a very grown-up thing today, and I ordered a new frying pan. It's a stainless steel one, so I'm quite excited. I've never, it's been a long time since I've cooked in stainless steel, as opposed to like Teflon non-stick pans. I feel like every time I buy a frying pan, like in like 8 months or so, hello, how are you? Yeah, I feel like in like the space of eight months, or sometimes less even, I end up having to buy another one, because non-stick never really stays non-stick, or if it does, it gets like scratches despite me being super careful with it and not using like metal utensils in it. So I thought I will I would do the responsible thing and get something that should last me a lifetime. You invested in your first Artist Opus brushes. Amazing. They are very, very good. Nothing like a bit of retail therapy. Which brushes did you order? Did you get one of the sets, or did you just buy one or two? It is very adult, isn't it? I'm actually quite happy about it because they are makes you realize that you're getting old if you're happy about buying house stuff. Oh, very nice. Very, very nice. You're gonna love that. Have you used sable brushes before? Evening, Ben. I found there was a really big difference between using synthetic brushes and using sable. Took me a little bit to get used to it. You have used ones. Oh yeah. Oh, thank you for the lurk, White Wolf. Oh, that means that you're also streaming. Let me drop you a lurk as well. There we go. Yeah, so
I'd get some cheap brushes and paints out of him.
Yeah. Yeah, there's some there's the just buying a pair or some decent sable brushes makes a big difference. They hold the paint so much better than synthetic, and they hold their tips better, I find. It just takes a bit of getting used to the fact that they're a little bit softer. Like they're not as like springy as synthetic brushes, generally speaking. But I really like that. It feels smoother somehow. We went to that Siege Studios painting course on the weekend. I have to get some fun painting with them. New models, yeah. And I don't think I've ever been that nervous about painting something before. When you have James from Siege Studios breathing down your neck. He kept apologizing, kept saying, "Oh yeah, like sorry if I'm being rude or being direct." I was like, dude, we're here to learn. Like, please be direct. Please tell us. And now I really want to start working on something big and exciting, and like trying to use some of the techniques that they taught during the class. But I think Fulgrim is probably going to have to be the start of it for me, because I need to work on him. And I reckon this Sunday we have another painting class to go to. I reckon I'll pick up a model, because I'm thinking about maybe entering Iron Skull next year. I don't expect to place, but I think it'd be good for me to try and like challenge myself to paint something that I would be willing to enter into a competition. And Iron Skull isn't exactly Golden Demon, but it's still a prestigious competition, so it's not until like July next year, so I should be okay, but it's still I'm nervous already. Yeah, it's very exciting and a bit scary. I have to pick a model that I would like to enter for it. That's going to be a big thing. Like on the one hand, I was thinking, oh, I'll just enter. Maybe I saw one of the. I think there was like a. Was it a demon? I'm assuming this. I can't remember now. Nivian will probably remember, but some demon lady with arms. What a surprise! She had arms, really? Yes, she did. She did have arms. And maybe that, but I was also thinking that I really enjoy doing like foresty bases, and that doesn't really feel like it would fit with there. Just drop my screen down a bit so I don't just have to remember to be careful when I pull my keyboard out later, that I don't accidentally turn my PC off again. But yeah, I think picking the right model is going to be the first challenge. And our normal local gaming store, hobby store, is or has over the last couple of weeks been redoing their Warhammer section. And they have a lot more on the shelves at the moment, so I'm quite keen to see what they have, and if there's anything in there that I might want to paint more than that lady. Also, I feel like I probably shouldn't already buy the model, even though I really want it. We've had quite a few unexpected expenses this month, so we had George hurt his dew claw again on Wednesday last week. So that was a vet bill, and then on the way back from our hobby course this weekend, we got caught in like torrential rain, and ended up having to drive through a really deep puddle on the motorway, and it hit something in the exhaust, and it sort of didn't quite snap, but it snapped. Like the muffler box came loose from the front part of the exhaust. So all of a sudden we had a very douchey sounding car. It was very loud. And that got repaired. And was another big expense that we weren't exactly, well, it didn't get repaired, it got replaced. So it was another big expense that we weren't planning for this month. So, yeah. Oh well. But, such is life. But I feel like if I picked a model, at least I'll be able to start planning. Even if I don't buy it yet. But that course was crazy. I don't think I've ever spent that much time on one panel, doing various things to it. They gave us little, well, like a tank door, and told us how to airbrush it, and after the airbrushing they varnished it, and then the next day we did, was it the next day? We did the weathering and the decals on it. Actually the weathering looked really quite cool. I'm very pleased with the outcome of mine. I'd never done any weathering before, so I'm quite happy with how that came out. It looks kind of bananas, really. Like the scratches and everything. I didn't even realize that it was possible to like paint holes into your into your panels. So yeah, it was really cool to learn how to do that. And I wrote it all down, and hopefully I'll be able to remember. So yeah, we'll see about that. Yeah, I'm really amazed. They also had us do power swords. Like with glazing and stuff like that. And faces, which I don't know how well you'll be able to see on the camera, but considering how fucking tiny that is, pardon my French, I'm pretty happy with how that looks. So yeah, we had a good time. It was very exciting. Exciting to learn from some absolute powerhouses in the industry. So, or a powerhouse in the industry rather. It was very exciting. With a bigger brush. The next thing you want to learn is how to do lava effects. Yeah, there's some really cool, some really good guides out there for them. Like this doesn't look too difficult. Do you want to do like lava with like crackle paint on it, or would you paint the black on afterwards? I feel like there's two styles to it, or two different schools of It's for a guy that looks like he's just cracking rock in his... Oh, nice. Yeah, so... Like, OSL, like... Not on the base, but on... Yeah, that's cool. Mecha Miniatures, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. I hope you are having a lovely time today. Hope it's a good one for you. Wow, Squiggs! Squiggs indeed. That was a great one to have as a first time chat. I love it. Yeah, these are my very first Squigs. I am pleased to announce that I'm having a good time. They're beautifully painted. Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I'm having, yeah, like I said, I'm having a good time with them. They're very, very entertaining to paint. I'd never done any of them yet, and it's fun. You have amazing emotes. Absolutely perfect for this this content. Are you an orc player? Yeah, there you go, you make orcs. The only orc related stuff that I've ever painted were some of my first ever minis that I painted. Oh god. Don't get to play them as much as you want. No, that seems to be sort of a recurring issue for a lot of hobbyists, that it's difficult to get actual games planned with the models. You sculpt them? That's awesome. Are you like a 3D sculptor, like on my mini factory, or? Correct. Oh, awesome. I'm gonna have to check you out. I am always on the lookout for nice STLs. Of course I know of my mini factory. I feel like most miniature painters worth their salt have at least looked at my mini factory and marveled at all the amazing sculpts. Your name is the same, Mecha Miniatures. I'm gonna have to have a look. My keyboard is hidden underneath my monitor at the moment. Except with the space, that makes sense. I'm gonna write it down so I can remember. Notes. In my to check out stuff. Mecha. Cool. That's saved, and I will check that out later. I'm very curious. I'm pretty sure I saw more. Yeah, there we go. How did you get into sculpting? I feel most people tabletop games not having the parts you wanted. That's fair. That's very fair. I love my mini factory and like Epic Basing and all those places to get some. For me, it's usually basing bits because I tend to stick to Warhammer to paint. But there are a couple of models that I have painted that, yeah, are really, really awesome. I picked up a model from my brother a while ago because he wanted me to paint Minotaur. And you probably are aware with DM Stash on my mini factory. He has a really excellent gradient. Yeah, he's fun. He's he has some good colours. I've been told it's painterly style, so we'll see how how that goes going forward. I'm really trying to push myself to eventually do competitions and stuff. I haven't done any yet so far, apart from a very informal one at a con that I went to once. And I suppose, and the ones that we have at home with our friends, which is even more informal. And but yeah, I feel like I need to push myself and get better. And I feel like if I push myself with competitions, yeah, exactly. It's something that I feel like might be a good way to push myself to pay more attention to like the minute details of the models I paint. I love painting larger models normally. It's very rare that I paint something like Squigs because they're very small. I tend to work on bigger projects, but yeah, it's one of those things that yeah, it might be good for me to to do something to push myself and to get into something that or to do something that I am absolutely terrified of. I was saying earlier in the stream that I went to my partner and I went on a painting course last weekend, the Siege Studios masterclass course, and doing that I realized how much I'm not living up to my full potential, or how much I can do more with my miniature painting. And I want to do more. So I'm gonna be pushing myself, but I don't want to do that with the minis that already started painting before I went to class. So these are going to be just your average chill old little squigs. I'm just going to have fun to paint them, fun painting them. And see how I get on with them, because I think they look alright, and considering they're like rank and file models. My dog growling under the desk here because he's very tired. He went to daycare and he is trying to make his bed, but his bed isn't cooperating, so he's growling at it. Bless him. But excellent. I hope painting goes well. You have to go at 3 a.m. Oh geez. Well, thank you very much for hanging out. I really appreciate it. I hope to see you again at some point. And I will certainly check you out on MMF because I love a good orc. So thank you for the recommendation. And sleep well. This is a really kind of creepy snail. He's living in a skull. That's a skull. I didn't realise that was a skull. Ew, David. what are you? More mushrooms, yay. So what's everyone up to? Anyone doing anything fun this evening? I doubt anyone will be having as much fun as I am having with my squigs. Because these are pretty ridiculous, to be honest. I'm trying to work out what this is. Like weird, like rocky formation or something. I don't know. Running raids for mounts. Are you using that add-on that they keep harping on about on or week or whatever it is? I think it's an add-on. I saw it on I think it was Icy Veins. Got 3 so far this week, very nice. Any of the rare ones? You got Invincible yet, or? Yep, very nice. I feel like that's the first one everyone goes to. Try and get Invincible. I don't know how long this mount event is going for, but I might try to get some on the weekend, but I'm not all that bothered. Don't get me wrong, I like a good mount, but Invincible today. Onyxia Drake, nice. Live Binder from Dragon Soul, awesome. I saw people on Twitter saying that they'd basically she posted a picture of Deathwing's spine and say, well, it's been like 10 years or however long it was since I last died here. And she was very dead, which was quite funny. Lasts for a month, okay. I also saw a lot of people complaining that I hadn't had any yet. I was like, yeah, sure, like it's you have to still get lucky. It's still only a 5% increase. It's not like all of a sudden it's a guaranteed drop. But it's a bit crap if you have like 12 characters that you're running these things with and it's you still haven't got it. Hello. Brown. Oh, that's brown. Are you farming anything specific now, or are you just running for just doing raids and seeing what drops? I guess Ashes is probably is it Ashes? The Phoenix from Ashes of Valar? The Phoenix from that Blood Elf raid? keep forgetting the names of raids. Taking advantage of the event, yeah. Yeah. That dropped once in, it dropped for me actually during a run when I did that very early on in my WoW career, and I gave it away because I wasn't that bothered at the time. Someone very, very, very excited that it dropped, and I was like, do you want it? You look like you want it. And they really wanted it, so. I feel like I've done the right thing there. I feel like they... regardless, they were very happy, so. Toot toot, mother effer. What am I gonna do with this, with the ground cover here? Probably just a brown of sorts. Brown with some green, maybe. Up to the BFA stuff. Just slapping a bit of color on these bases to get an idea of what it's going to look like. I think kind of green and swampy is probably a good idea for these guys. Brownish green. Make it look a little bit wet. Don't think I'll... well, I could actually. I did leave some space on some of them. I could make water, resin. Why not? Why the heck not? Keep saying I should be pushing myself, so let's push myself. Let's push myself. This is a very pukey colour, this. Or like baby diaper colour. Feed your child greens for the first time and it goes through them like that. Just noticed I missed the mushrooms on this one. I'll have to add some on there. This one's a very dark squig. It doesn't really show up on camera all that well. I don't suppose the mount, like the what's it called, reputation mounts, are any easier to get. As I remember considering many years ago, considering getting the TAL box in, was it Nagrand? From the purple people. Need some badgers and one snake to go with the mushroom. Yeah, exactly. I saw, I think it was on, like, was it Twitter? Some social media somewhere where someone said that he occasionally kept buying badger ale. He'd buy 2 or 3, and then just a little tub of mushrooms, and he would try and find the millennial cashiers at his supermarket and see if he could make them say or sing the song, which I think is pretty good effort. That kind of stuff makes me laugh. Like, I feel like I would fall for that and then I would end up mushrooming for the rest of my shift if that was me as a cashier there. It's very funny. I bought a new painting light on the weekend, and previously I was using 2 lights, and I feel like my light now is better with 1 light than it was with 2 lights previously. I don't know if it's true, but looking at the camera I feel like it's an improvement. I mean, I'd hope so for the cost of that light, but it feels worth it to me. It feels like it's much brighter than my previous light, and it's much cleaner light. Headworm definitely. Don't think it affects rep, but you get the tile bugs. They're cool. Enjoy your dinner. I hope you have a lovely dinner tonight. I really thought I'd done all the claws of all of these guys, but this shows you how much I apparently haven't been paying attention, because I appear to have missed a lot of them. Not that it's a big problem, it takes minutes, but... Grimdark Studio, welcome to the stream. Good afternoon. I hope you're having a lovely day today. Oh my god. How's it going? Are you working on anything today, or are you just hanging out on Twitch, seeing what is going on? Another little mushroom. You get to be brown. How's your week going? Are you having a good week so far, or is it one of those that you wish it was over already? Oh dear. Howdy, Fluent Code, how are you today? It goes, it goes. I'm painting my squigs, so that is always fun. I say always, it's only been my second sitting. Not bad, working on the Grimdark Wolves. Oh, very nice. Are you enjoying it, or is it a bit of a slog? I hear a lot of people don't enjoy doing fur and stuff, so there was a lot of complaints about that, or I say complaints, or like moaning. How have you been, Fluent Code? You alright? Squigs! Fresh new orc army. No. No, I don't really army paint, to be honest. I just paint whichever models look fun to me. And Squigs looked fun to me. I had a little bit of money on a voucher left, and I couldn't leave it on the voucher. It was for a store that I was probably not going to order from afterwards. So I thought, you know what, add this box of squigs to the order, and then I'll have something silly to paint if I fancy for painting something silly. And they are extremely silly, so it's been pretty fun. Your gravy? Tired and achy from lots of driving today, otherwise surviving. Lots of driving? Was it work related or just out and about a lot? I guess at least you're home and able to recharge a bit, I hope. Work related, you do plan plenty of miles, yeah. As nice as it can be to just sit in your car and have like your music on or an audiobook or something like that, it is very tiring for long stretches of time. I find it very tiring anyway. I know that obviously people who are like truck drivers, etc., who are used to it and don't find it tiring at all anymore, but or at least used to it to an extent that it doesn't affect them too much anymore. I met someone on the weekend who had a travel... Oh, sorry, let me post that for you. Oh, no idea. Today was into lovely North London. Oh god. No idea why it decided to drop that. That's weird. I guess N.London probably thought it was a link. Sorry about that. Yeah, London isn't fun to drive in. I must admit I would avoid that if I had the option. Did you have appointments or do you drive for work specifically? It's a dot, yeah. That's what I thought. It's like, N.London, oh my god. Nightbot is a little bit sensitive anyway about things like that. I guess driving for work a lot, you just end up getting used to it, but it still affects you, doesn't it? It's not. It's never not tiring at all. Have the other property to carry out a survey? Oh yeah. Estate agency, or are you building control type surveys? If you want to share, that is. I don't really know if you want to talk about work at all, which is fair. I just get curious. kind of gross nails on this guy. I don't really know why this guy would choose to walk through the water with his bagpipes, but ultimately it's up to him, obviously. I think to see what colour I would want the water to be. Probably brownish blue-grey, blue-green. Maybe go a little bit crazy with some rainforest. You're a contract manager for a building company, specializes in subsidence repairs. Oh god. Yeah, don't worry about you. Subsidence is scary. Be one of those things that I'd be extremely worried about for like buying a house and then finding that you've got subsidence. That's just, yeah, the last thing you want, I guess. Interesting work, I imagine, though. Or I hope. Just physics. When the stuff on your house shrinks or gets washed away, it falls down. Yeah. Yeah. That it does. Also, if you stop holding your cup, you drop your model. Also physics. Something I learned today. Scary if people experiencing, but easy to fix. Oh, that's cool. I didn't realize that. I thought that was like almost guaranteed a really, really expensive repair. I suppose it's only easy to fix for people who know how to fix it though, so they can still charge quite a lot for it. I work for a small electrical installers company. That's what insurance is for? Yeah, I guess. I hadn't really thought of that, to be honest. We primarily do new electrical installations. We used to do a lot of domestic work, but it's more into commercial and large industrial properties and stuff like that. At the moment, we're doing work on 2 Tesco's. Ooh, slime. I'm going to do that green. Green drill. I don't know. I have to have a think about that one. Hope you've a great stream. Those squigs are looking fantastic. Take care. Have a nice night. I really appreciate you hanging out, and I hope you have a lovely rest of your evening. Right. I think I'll have to get some masking tape out and mask all these bases, and then just drop some UV resin on them when I'm getting to that stage. It's not quite there yet, obviously, but and then see how that dries. I have no idea what it's going to look like, but I think it might be fun. I think it might be fun, which is more than can be said about a lot of things. Rightio. We have toenails to paint. This guy still has toenails. There's still white on this guy as well. I say white, it's not white, obviously. It's Gracie here, actually. Like, all right. No need to get nitpicky. Really nice. Cool. Nails. full sacks. Give a little tickle of Screaming Skull around this edge. And I'm gonna have to do the dot the bloody mushroom as well, aren't I? I feel like I should probably go back in with like a proper white afterwards. Hiccup. Great times for hiccups. I swear I'm gonna have to invest in turn one of my brushes into a dotting brush. Just the claws. Oh, he has a mushroom on his head. Okay. I think I'll paint his head mushroom red as well. Pull the red back out. Nails done. Go for the nails on this guy. I don't think I've ever gone through this much brown paint in my life before. Sure, drop your paint. Let's do some dotting. This is a funny little model. This little creepy mushroom guy. He has like teeth and everything. Um, Maybe a little drop of purple through that, see what that does. Hello, paint. You. I can see you want to, but you look like a little bit lumpy. Lumpy. There we go. Much better. That's a lot of purple, but at least we're not clumped again. Or anymore. Yeah, that's a cool color. That is a cool color. Actually, it's quite a warm color. Geez, a purple's strong. Cool. Let's see if there were any other mushrooms like that. There were. There were. Let's make this one red. And this one too. Looking decidedly pink at the moment, but we'll fix that. We shall fix that. Right. I need to give these mushrooms a little dot of sage. It's gonna be sage. Let me put these bits away safely because I have to decide what to do about this icky little snail guy. I don't actually know what kind of colours I want to paint that one. It's got a skull on his back, which is kind of gross.
You have the police.
I have Lutak, yes. Do, 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 do. That guy's gonna have to be green, isn't he? Creepy little green guy. creepy little snail tummy. And like the edges. No idea what this is supposed to be, so I'll just paint it like shell color, whatever that's supposed to be. Squiggy fun going well? Yes, it is actually. I am enjoying it. It's very silly. I thought I'd put some colour and things on the bases so I have a bit better of an idea what I'm looking at. The squigs themselves aren't too far off, but these bases need quite a lot of work still. So I thought I would have a play with that. I'm now trying to remember which colour I used there. Oh, that was Screaming Skull. That's gone now. Beige red. Dark warm flesh. Could I have some of the Screaming Skull, please? Thank you. How was dinner? Was it excellent as always? Yeah, bacon risotto, nice. I do like a good risotto. Don't make it very often, but I do like it. Are you back to the Mount Farm grind? I say grind is hardly a grind if you're enjoying it, but I suppose that's what we call it. Oh, thank you so much for the resub, Zach. You alright? 10 months. Jeez. That is a crazy amount of time. How's it going? Probably back to it. Yeah, why not? Got mounts to get, my man. I do love a good mount, but I find myself always sort of defaulting to the same ones. Regardless of how many awesome mounts I have. I always end up favoriting the ones that are the smallest. So I don't get stuck on things as much, or that's how it feels anyway. Don't know if it's genuine, if that's really true, if you really do get stuck on things, or if I'm just imagining that, but it's you're on the train back from London, so just chatting with hello. Love the hair colour. I'll see you Saturday if you're streaming. Are you painting along? Nice, Landry. Okay, love you. Bye. Thank you. Exciting, a Land Raider. doing this course on the weekend makes me like want to get all the cool models and try them. You think you want to collect the tabards? That's cool. I don't really wear the tabards. I think like 99% of my transmogs don't include a tabard. It's a bit of a shame because some of them look really cool, but I've always sort of like ignored them, I guess. Which is a bit silly, really. Considering how cool some of them are. Can't be using the man granoles. Yeah, no, I get that. It's not too bad doing it on one character, but why it's yeah. All these people doing it on multiple characters and then getting really frustrated, and I would get super burnt out. So there's no fun in just doing the same content over and over and over again. I get the irony in that, considering we that's basically what we do, but no fun anymore. No, it's this. Hi Mark, you alright? Welcome to the stream. I always quite enjoyed doing things like where I didn't really have to think about it a while. I could just run through and maybe have a movie on in the background or something like that on my second monitor and just do some stuff, but you don't want to do the same thing over and over and over again. I'll happily do a bit of a grind, but I feel like I just don't have enough spare time to spend on that kind of stuff. Nice dental work on this fella. Yeah, I know, right? He's had some work done. He his are at least sort of straight. There's one. This one actually has much better teeth. See, it's like very, very nice mouth of teeth. Just trying to find where the one guy is who has like almost perfect teeth. Hello, focus. Thank you. There you go. There's one guy who has like a bunch of teeth sticking out. If I can find him. Oh, there he is. It's very... his is a bit crowded. A bit of a crowded smile. Trying to think what colour I should do this drool, but... I'm thinking I might just go for something a little bit silly. No Monster NHS apparently. No, I know. They have to go private for their dental work, which is a hell of a lot more expensive. Feels bad, man. Are you working on anything miniature related, Mark, or are you? I'm just going to call you Mark. If you want me to call you Songs or Mark Songs or whatever, I will be happily oblige. But I sort of assumed that Mark was the way forward. But are you working on anything at the moment? Are you painting or building, or are you just watching? Mark is your name, Songs is your game. I like it. You're doing homework actually. Stopped in for a break. Nice. I appreciate it. Thank you for the support. Beep boop. Hi, Painted. You alright? How are you doing? Squiggy. Indeed. They are very silly, these squigs. You're okay, a bit warm? Yeah. I'm actually a bit cold. We've got the AC on in here, and I put my cardigan on, but I should have put a bigger one on. If I'm not sharing, if I'm sharing the office, it's always a bit colder in here than I would make it for myself, because I'm a weirdo. Do I game as well? Tabletop RPGs? Not really. I'm not opposed, but I haven't really. Yeah, I have a very short attention span, which is crazy because I'm painting minis. But I very easily get bored. So if something takes a bit long, I check out, and I feel like that's not really fair on my opponent. They should be able to have their turn and play without me grabbing my phone or zoning out. So not really, but I do really enjoy painting, so I mostly do that. How about you? Are you a painter, a hobbyist, a gamer, an aspiring gamer potentially? I know it can be quite an expensive hobby to get into, so I don't know what your situation is. Funny how I keep finding things that don't have any paint on them yet. That's a mushroom and that's a nail. I haven't been painting for very long. You've played TTRPGs on and off for ages. Oh, nice. Perhaps not ages, but definitely for decades. Nice. Yeah, time goes quick for these things. You think, oh, I haven't really been doing this for very long. Oh, actually, it's been years. And if you say you've been doing it for decades, that makes me curious what kind of homework you're doing. Because that makes me think you're probably not in school anymore. Not in, like, school. college or uni or an apprenticeship potentially. Or potentially being really conscientious and building on your skills in the workplace. Perhaps not ages, definitely decades, yeah. I love that emote, it's so good. We're all lucky to know this man or have known him. Back in school to get a certificate for creative stuff, focusing on film hopefully. Oh, that's awesome. Learning to do the stuff that you want to do is the best way to learn stuff. You're all over the place when it comes to education and work history. Same. Same. I have done many, many things, started many, many things, not finished many, many things. Well, here we are. It's a story of my life. Thank you for the follow, I appreciate it. It's certainly been a journey so far. Ads. I will hold off on asking you questions. Welcome. Oh wow, Cookie, thank you so much for the raid. How are you? How was your stream? Hello everyone, hello raiders. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you for the follow. Thank you G-Man, much appreciated. How are you guys doing? I hope you're having a wonderful Wednesday. Such a cute squeak, you definitely deserve it, bless you, thank you very much. He's one of 10. So we're got that one as well. I will keep my hand here so it lets me focus on things. It is pretty hot, yeah. I've got an AC in here, like a portable AC, which is doing the Lord's work at the moment. It's definitely working hard. But yeah, it's surprisingly cool in here at the moment. Yeah, I really wanted them. I wanted to do something really bright and colorful. So that's sort of my thing anyway. I like to paint things with lots of colors. And I'd finished what feels like a more serious project. It wasn't really serious. It's just I'll just grab her. One of the St. Celestine's ladies. Finished her 2 streams ago, I want to say. I said, oh, I should do something that's really silly, something that's not serious, because she was kind of serious. So I thought, you know what, I have this box of squigs, I'll build those, and yeah, here we are. So I'm painting toenails at the moment, and never thought I'd hear myself say that. Thank you, I appreciate it. I had quite a good time with that one. I had a little class, like a little workshop from Galloway Paints. He's one of the Siege Studios freelance artists. He was at a convention that I went to in Wales in June, and he basically said that he uses non-metallic metal principles for true metallic metal, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to give that a go. I'll try not using washes and stuff and literally just use yeah, literally just go for NMM process, but doing thank you. Yeah, so yeah, and it seems to be working. I had a good time with it. It felt like I was getting the results that I wanted, so I yeah, definitely will be doing that again. Because I didn't really like doing non-metallic metal. I did one of Celestine's sort of handmaiden-y girls with non-metallic metal. My very first attempt at non-metallic metal was this, which I suppose for doing it for the very first time wasn't too bad, but I could find no references whatsoever for like pipe, like square tubes, and I couldn't really find any anywhere online any pictures of how light works on these bloody things. So I thought, yeah, I should probably try to. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. It's she was fun too, and I was like, okay, I painted her first, and I was like, I do not want to do more non-metallic metal. That was really rubbish. So I thought I wanted to do true metallic metal, and I did Celestine with normal true metallics. So yeah, I should probably just use a flat piece of metal next time to look at it, but it felt really weird. So yeah, so I did Celestine, and then the last of those 3 models in that box went true metallics, but with non-metallic style. Yeah, and I was quite lucky because I went to that convention, and there was like a small painting competition there and a little workshop thingy, and that was really fun. We have our local hobby store that does painting workshops. I'm going on Sunday again. There's another workshop. This one was on faces, so we'll see how that goes. We went to the Siege Studios like masterclass course this weekend. You're gonna head off and get something to eat. Thank you so much for joining on the raid, and it's good to see you. Thank you very much. NM or TM is weird. Yeah, I know. It's just a weird kind of system, really, but it's it gets results, so I can't really complain. But yeah, I needed to do something silly. I love painting silly stuff and bright colors and things, so I thought, you know what, let's paint these squigs that I still have in a box. And here we are. How do I paint with AC? Yes, they get very dry and it's really annoying. I use a wet palette, which helps. Yeah, wet palette is the only thing that keeps them sort of moist. And I just use a tiny bit of paint and refill often, rather than using a lot of paint and using that for and just hoping that it will stay moist, because just no way. But it's either that or you're suffering with an open window as you paint. See, I probably would, or I'd have the AC on like very low. because I'm a little bit weird and I'd rather be a little bit too warm than a little bit too cold. But today I'm not in here alone, and I know that I'm a weirdo, so I are on the side of cooler today. Yeah, my fingers are a bit cold, which is not ideal, but it is fine. Like, I'm not miserable, and I know that Nivian, who is sat behind me, would be very miserable if it was super hot in here. So, plus my dog is very tired, and he prefers the cold. He is absolutely zonked under the desk. He loves the cold. His little mattress is like, it reflects heat on one side and it stays cool on the other side. So he's quite happy there. But he went to daycare today, doggy daycare, and he's always very tired when he comes home from that. He likes it, but he gets a bit overhyped. Sometimes we see the photos from the days, and you see dogs having a little nap and stuff, and I know he doesn't have a nap. He would never. He would never have a nap. He just can't relax like that unless he's at home or staying with my friends or whatever. He can sleep there, but not when there's 20 other dogs running around and doing playing stuff. And he's a good boy, but he prefers the cold. A lot of fur. Vinny, how are you? Long time no see. How's it going? Love. You're at time for you to sleep. Thank you so much for the raid. I really, really appreciate it. I hope you have a lovely rest of your evening and sleep well. And I will drop you a follow as well. I don't think I have yet, so let me follow. There we go. You should have been more adventurous with your wife wanting red. Well, there's something to be said for the classics. Mine are every colour under the rainbow, basically, because I wanted silly time with a model, and I allowed myself to have silly time with a model. You're okay? Hospital's and doctor at the moment? Oh god. Yeah, we're okay. We had vets. Vets earlier this week, or last week rather. The dog managed to get his dew claw stuck and ripped it, which was very painful for him, so we took him to the vet and I had to sedate him and trim it back. But he's fine, we're fine. He is currently dreaming. He has his eyes a little bit open, like on the tiniest sliver. I can just see his eyes moving, bless him. He is absolutely knackered from the doggy daycare. Oh balls, that was too much. Are you okay? You say all hospitals and doctors? I hope it's nothing too serious. COPD stage 3. Esophagus isn't working. Oh, gosh. Well, I got it, so you're alright. I don't know what COPD is. It rings a bell, but... I will Google it later. Yeah, the esophagus, I got that, but I don't esophagus, good question, actually. Don't think I would know how to spell that without autocorrect, to be honest. What is a squig? In all honesty, I am not 100% sure. They are like little, I think they're sort of like orc pets, or like goblin pets. I've got like these little guys who haven't been painted fully yet. That guy and some guy with bagpipes. They come in the same box, so these like the squig herds, I guess. Mutant mushrooms, well there you go. That explains why some of them have mushrooms growing on them. I just thought they looked really, really fun. So I thought I should pick them up. And I did, and it was the right decision, because look at them, they are ridiculous. Why does he have green on his chin? He does not. He's not supposed to have green on his chin. So the Zinash made you buy them. Yeah, they're very silly, and it's one of those things that just spark joy, I guess. They make me happy. That kind of stuff. This kind of silly sort of model. It makes me happy. And at the end of the day, they are part of Age of Sigmar. I believe they also have a place in the Orc 40k army. In a different variety though. I think there's some orcs, like squiggish riding orcs. They're bigger. I think they look a bit like sharks. I think they are part of 40k. Those guys, but these guys are 40k. Sorry, Age of Sigmar. They're an Age of Sigmar box. And really fun to paint. Because it doesn't really matter, which I like. Nothing really matters when you paint stuff like this. You can just slap some paint on and just have a good time with it. Like, do you want to give him purple skin? Give him purple skin. They love purple skin. Do you want to give him orange skin? Also viable option. So yeah, can't complain. Having a good time with them. It's fun. Very silly paint work. Just what I wanted on a what's been a very tedious Wednesday. How's your leatherworking going, Fanny? Have you done anything recently, or have you been busy with other things? Not done anything in the leather department for a while. Seems slow in the summer. Oh, okay. You don't do anything for yourself in those during that time? Or like pre-make stuff, I suppose. Don't know if you would have stock of stuff to sell if people haven't commissioned it. Trying to learn this model painting direction a bit. Yeah, awesome. Model painting is really, really fun. Or it can be anyway, if it floats your boat. Which models are you interested in? Oh my gosh, my dog is dreaming and he's growling under the desk. Your spelling is rubbish tonight. I mean, I know what you're saying, so I'm not bothered. You're doing Age of Sigmar starter kit. Oh, nice. Do you like it? Aiming for 75 mil, that's fair. That's fair. You'll have the same idea as leather dyeing, but easier to control. Yeah, it certainly runs less. Which I imagine leather does. Any kind of fabric and stuff, it colors just run. Spot of dye is like ink on, yeah. I like to watch these videos on like Instagram and stuff of people dyeing things like shoes and stuff. It's very satisfying to watch with a little sponge on a stick and just goes. Oh. But that's usually like patent leather and slightly different from your dyeing techniques, I imagine. Just trying to think if I've missed something. Yeah, it's very satisfying to watch. You're going to hang out the paint, just shading out washes to play with, see what the effects are rather than using contrast paints. Yeah. They're a whole different ball game. I haven't used any shades or washes on these. I wanted to see if I could get a similar effect by just using different paints, but it does make the process significantly slower. Which is fine, obviously. We're not here to hurry, but... Eyeballs. Eyeballs. These teeth are way too white. I don't actually remember what's in the Age of Sigmar starter set. Is it Stormcast? What do they look like? Are they guys with gold armor? And like some bug-like monsters? I might give it a quick Google because I'm curious now. AOS starter set. Yeah. Yeah, it's got... Oh, it's got Skaven in it. That's cool. Nice. Yep. Oh, actually, not sure which one it... Is it the introductory set or is it the starter set? It's probably the starter set, isn't it? Decline. Stormcast Eternals. Yeah. That's cool. The Golden Boys. We do like a good Golden Boy. What is that? It's like a freaking like lizard thing. Lots and lots of reds. Oh cool, it does have Skaven. Skaven are fun. They're really fun to paint. They're a little bit like Squigs. Because you can just paint them in the colours that you want. Unless you want to follow the official like clan colours, but I suppose you can paint anything any colour you want really. It doesn't really matter unless you plan on going to official tournaments or painting comps and stuff. No one is going to tell you off for painting a model the colour that you want to paint it. Least of all me, because I love a good colour model. You do box art for now until you get used to it. Yeah, that makes sense. It helps to have like a bit of a guide, like a guideline to work towards. Essentially, you've thrown yourself in the deep end, or enough as it is, by starting an entirely new hobby. Might as well give yourself a break and not do it hard mode. You're loving the prosecutors blending the wings, yeah. Wings are fun. I find wings really fun on most things. You can do so many different things with them. My fault? What, blending? Or you starting a new hobby? Sorry, not sorry? Seeing my blending on my wings just made you want to, oh, I like that. That makes me happy. I'm glad I've been able to inspire some painting adventures. Hey, trying is the first step to succeeding. Really weird little lizard guy, this. He's got some teeth. You can do a perfect sunburst on leather using dye, but this is another ball game. It's yeah. Yeah, it's something entirely different, and it's as much as I would like to say that it all overlaps. Does it though? Transferable skills. Some of it, sure. This is a very strange model. I'm not entirely... At least with these you can start again. Yeah, true. It's not quite as easy when you're working on leather. It's like... Guess this is what it looks like now. Just dye it black, yeah, I suppose. I'm like, oh shit, my wonderful red fade doesn't quite look as lovely faded as I had intended. Oh well, black on top. My guy, your eyeball is very angry looking. Just hope the customer doesn't notice. Yeah, as long as I haven't commissioned you to do a certain thing very specifically, it's probably fine. Probably fine. It's fine, fine. Cool. I still have no idea what I've painted there. Looks like a weird rocky outcropping, so I'll have to do something with that. Oh, this is the eye and not that. I'll have to slap some green on top. Nobody noticed that I painted the wrong thing. Eyeball color. I'm glad you're having a good time. You'll take some pics on Discord. Yeah, I'd love that. I'd love to see how you're getting on. I'll be honest, no pat on the head. Oh, that's nice. Like, oh mate, that's dog shit. That's in the bin. In the bin. No, we all have to start somewhere, you know. It's I would never. Oh God. I would never. Discourage someone from painting just because they are just starting. We're all learning. Well, I know I'm learning. I've had probably one of the most intense painting classes that I've ever done last weekend. And another one upcoming this weekend, so we'll keep learning. Keep learning. And to be honest, it's fun to learn. I find it fun anyway. I find it enjoyable. It's this thing, you start a new hobby and you end up not being able to eat or breathe, and you end up not able to work after 48 years. Is this hobby worth it? Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy how invested we can get in these things. Like, I'm reading my very first Warhammer novel at the moment. Never thought that would be happening, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Never played or read, to be honest. No, neither have I. I mean, I've played like half a game, low point, just to see what it is. So I know of it, but never really thought to get into it because I'd rather be painting. I'm a bit too impatient for the game, I think. Yeah, I enjoy the painting too much to spend too much time playing. But I read a lot anyway, so for me, it's not really a big leap to actually read a Warhammer book. And I know there's some really good ones out there, and Nivian has been suggesting that I read some for ages. Some models you're interested in? Yeah, same. I just love the painting. I find it really really satisfying. It makes me happy to be able to sort of create something. I feel like I'm actually yeah, using my hands for something positive. Not that I necessarily use them for anything negative normally, but just to create something is nice. Spend too much time typing away on a keyboard, so it's very nice to be able to hold something and turn it into something cool. Should probably make his feet brown and muddy, actually. Makes no sense for him to have clean feet. It's filling your time and you can't work on your motorbikes or trikes. Sitting painting is relaxing and takes your mind off things. Yeah, absolutely. It's very like therapeutic. For me anyway, it really allows me to not worry about life things too much. That's awesome. Tootsies. Feets. You need a pedicure, my guy. It makes you want to repaint your squigs. But you can, you know? No one says you can't. It's the joys of painting. They never have to be finished. You can always restart them. Or if not restart, just add another bit of colour. Oh god. Years of Riders. Oh, that's the 40k ones, I think. Are they the 40k ones? I can't actually remember now. I'm so bad at lore and working out what's what in these things. I feel like a bit of an imposter sometimes. Like goblins. Yeah, that makes me think. Age of Sigmar, but I think if they're orcs, it's 40k. But if it's it also doesn't really matter. If you're not going to play them, you might as well just paint whatever you want to paint, right? That's my opinion anyway. So once I've done all the eyeballs in white, I can go over them, and I think I'll paint them yellow. Yellow. Henrik, you alright? You're a plastic guy, so you can paint them however you want, regardless of whether you play or not. Yeah, that's true. That is true. Suppose it just if you were to go to a grand narrative event at Warhammer World and you brought your pink Stormcast Eternals, so that one doesn't work. No, Stormcast Eternals in grand narrative is 40k, but They'd probably be less impressed, but who gives a flying? Who? Your wife ordered red, that's what she got. Well, sometimes that's the important thing. Sometimes that's all that matters. Also, no need to reinvent the wheel, right? If you like red, paint them red. Yellow. Just ignore all the people with too much time on their side that they care if your guys are magenta, blue, or whatever you happen to like them. Yeah, I kind of agree. It's like we're all in the same hobby, right? Why should we gatekeep color schemes or whatever the hell we want? Like we can. There's always going to be, you think your Smurfs looks fun? I think they look fun. I think they're very silly, and I love a bit of silly, so it's, So that's where we're at. We paint for the fun, and for the hell of it. Because we need a little outlet, a little creative outlet for our silly little lives. Oh. Now I'm debating whether or not I should paint a tiny little black pupil on these eyes, and I think I will. Because reasons. This brush really isn't the brush that I should have used for eyes, though. The synthetic. I'm sitting here with the AC on, also doesn't help. Paints are drying too quickly. Going to get worse for that over the next few days. Yeah, it's been a I've been looking at the forecast and it's not great. I mean, it is great. I love the summer. Don't get me wrong. I'm a big fan of warm weather. But I also like not sweating my tits off. So I've got the AC on in here, and that helps. The cottage walls are so thick it keeps it cool. Oh, that's nice. Our house is all right. It's not like super cool. We have a fan on, and that usually sort of wafts things through. But this garage is very well. Even the wet palette dries out. I've got like the Siege Studios suggested wet palette, which is literally just kitchen roll with baking parchment. Apparently that, I mean, it worked wonders during the course on the weekend, but it's in the full AC here, it's not as good. I'm struggling to I mean, nothing will help. Never gets above 21 indoors. That's amazing, yeah. Yeah, we get it warmer, but we the AC that's in here is sort of portable. It says portable. It's not exactly portable, but it's, you can move it. So if it gets too hot, we move it inside. But that's pretty awful to have to do when it's really boiling hot, because it's really bloody heavy. Dip. But it's just drying on my brush, which is more annoying than anything. You have the perfect consistency on your palette, move your brush off your palette and immediately dry it out. Which makes you want to put more paint on your brush, and it just causes messes. White Wolf said he put his wet palette on an ice pack and it would help. Yeah, I've heard James from Siege, he said he puts ice cubes on the four corners of his wet palette. Which I think is pretty clever. Just one on either corner and one on each corner, I suppose. And that will slowly melt into your palette and re-moisturize it. Keep it cool and re-moisturize. I suppose another option would be to use a like a ceramic container for your wet palette, because ceramic stays cool a lot more than plastic does. Right, nearly there. Don't need to do Underrot again. Happy days. What's the mount from there? been okay today at 25. Yeah. It's like on the upper side of comfortable, but not too uncomfortable. Little eyeballs. Oh, the croc harness, that makes sense. Yeah. Basically a squig. Right, I have just realised the time, so I will going to have a quick look to see who is about. Doo -doo -doo -doo. I might send us to Jace. He doesn't need it, but he's good people. So I will create a little raid, and I will send us over to Jace. Humidity is quite high. Yeah, we ours is horrendous. It's ridiculously damp. It's always funny, the Americans always saying, "Oh, English people are complaining about the heat. It's way hotter here." It's like, yeah, try and live through this English heat for a bit and see if you still think it's doable. Right, I am going to have to wrap up because I have just realised the time and I have to get up again early in the morning. So I will send us over to Jace, who is currently doing some building. I think he is... Oh, he is. He's using a little hand drill. So I'm going to create a raid. I'm going to send us over there. Anyone who wants to come with, I will send us there. Thank you all very much again for hanging out, for chatting, for the follows, for the resubs. I really appreciate it. So thank you very much. Have a lovely rest of your Wednesday, and shall see you soon.